don't know whether it was before my 13th birthday, you know, I was maybe 12.
Nice. Where I was 15 because of gymnastics.
Yeah.
Literally, it was like, I think it must have been about 2 weeks after I'd quit gymnastics or maybe not 2 weeks, maybe a month.
It's like you told your body it was all right to start a period.
And then my body was like, whoa, okay. It's the
Yeah.
same, like when I was 15, I was 4 foot nothing. And
That
then
is so mad, isn't
quit
it?
gymnastics and grew boobs a bum and shot up a foot. It was madness. And became a woman. But yeah, I think that for me, I was really worried. Like, my friends used to like joke at school, like call me a man because
You're not starting
I hadn't started my period. And
That's
like,
so bad.
obviously I used to take the joke and like they were joking, but it did get to a point where I was a bit like, maybe they're like, maybe I am a man.
Yeah.
But then
but one thing, I started my periods when I was 12, but until I went on contraception, I didn't have a regular cycle at all.
Yeah.
It'd be like a month and then like 3 months and then like 3 weeks and then like 6 months and then going on like contraception is what, now we know that they're fake periods that you have, but that's what made me like start regularly having one.
Yeah, I mean I was the same. I don't think I regularly had one, but I went on the pill quite quick after starting my period. I think by the time I was 16 I was on the pill, so I'd only really been on my period for a year. So it hadn't been like, my body hadn't got used to it properly yet. And then I was on the pill for 10 years. It's just mad.
I feel like we've both got quite lengthy contraception period cycle related stories. And we actually both doing what we can now to like get to know our bodies and our cycle and our hormones and stuff. So if that is something that people want us to chat about more, we definitely will, because I would love to. I could do a full video talking about what I've learned in the last 5 years about myself.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, another period one which has come up loads as well is like period products and like dealing with periods on holiday. It's actually quite funny because I'm on my period, I'm about to go on holiday.
Yeah, true.
Like, is that appropriate to say? That's another thing. I feel like when you're younger,
you don't want to talk, you don't want to tell anyone.
Don't want to tell anyone. You're so embarrassed. Like, the worst thing in the world, somebody knowing if you're on or not. Whereas actually it's so natural. People should be better informed about it. Like, guys should be better informed. And it's not a bad thing to talk about. I might have to borrow your eyebrow pencil.
That's absolutely
fine. Mine's in the car.
No problemo. I got it hot still. Oh yes, there.
Oh yeah, perfect. So periods with holidays. First thing I would say is that I've tried every sort of period product that there is out there. You know, actually that's a lie. The one thing I've not tried is like period pants.
Yeah, I've not tried those.
You know, pants that are made for when you're on your period.
Yeah.
I've not tried those, but everything else I've tried. So I've used pads for a long period of time. When I was younger, I used tampons a lot, and then now we've both recently started, well, not recently for you, I've recently started using a menstrual cup or a moon cup, and honestly it's changed my life.
I was like the biggest advocate for these moon cups, wasn't I?
Yeah.
When I first told you about it, you were like, oh no.
Like, you've got to, I mean, if you are a type of person who's a little bit
squeamish,
prude, then maybe not for you. Definitely would recommend trying and using tampons first, just so you can get used to the feeling of like having something inside before using a moon cup. But basically what a menstrual cup is, it's like a little upside down cup that goes inside and it just collects the blood. But like, there's none of the dangers that there are with using tampons with menstrual cups, because it's just like silicone, and it just, you empty it twice a day on a morning and then before bed, and it just makes
and they're reusable, aren't they?
So it is, reusable, sustainable. You pay, I think they're maybe like 30 quid, so they're not the cheapest thing in the world, but you pay once and you can literally use it forever. Yeah,
they recommend keeping one for a year and then swapping it and buying a new one.
Oh right, okay, I didn't know that.
Well, just because like obviously cleaning it and stuff is fine, but after a year or so it's probably just best to get a new one.
Yeah, okay.
But they changed my life. I mean, I was one of these that I've never used pads, I don't like them. I've only ever used tampons. And then obviously with that, you're a bit restricted because you have to change it after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
But with the Moon Cup, keep it in all day, 12 hours. You can keep it in up to 24, is absolutely fine. And then, yeah, you're off. Like the first time I wore it, it was weird. You could feel it. But like, I promise you now, well, not that I've had a period for a while, but when you do have them, you don't notice yours anymore, do you?
No, literally. And it's so much easier. And like you say, when you're going on holiday, you're like, swimming, fine. Showering, fine.
Yeah.
Everything, fine. Like, no worries of waking up, like, oh my God, my freaking mattress at home is just soiled.
Yeah.
Like, waking up, if you're wearing a pad and you've not put it in the right place, or you've, like, moved in bed and you end up with it everywhere, and it's just so... It's so shit, but it's also so embarrassing as well. Like, and there's just none of that. Yeah. So it's really good. I don't know how old I'd really recommend people starting to use those.
They have two different sizes though. So they have one pre-given birth and then one post-given birth. Yeah. So I feel like you can use it from...
Yeah. I definitely would... Like,
make sure you're good with a tampon.
Use tampons first, yeah. And also, like, chat to your mum about it.
Yeah.
Like, get someone to help you. Chat to your friends about it, etc., etc. It feels like a embarrassing topic, but it's really not. And like, you got to remember that every single other female on the planet goes through it and does the same thing, has felt the same things, has felt the embarrassment, has felt the pains, has felt the whatever. And, like, the more you can just be open with people and chat to people about it, then, like, the more confident and comfortable you'll feel as well.
Definitely.
Right, cool, that's periods done.
And I feel like, again, it's already that amount of time. Like, we could definitely do a whole video on that.
Right, so, next question is, I guess whilst we're on the downstairs area, we'll tick off 2 more. And then we'll move upstairs. So first one is shaving. Just says shaving.
Shaving.
Again, was on my list of one of the worst things of being a female. I've done everything. I've shaved, I waxed for years and years and years. I epilate. Basically I would just say that any is appropriate. I found that when I waxed for a prolonged period of time, the more you pull the hair out of the root, the weaker it gets. So the less thick your hair gets. And the less it hurts, and the less sort of rashy and horrible it gets. If you are shaving, I mean, I don't follow my own advice, but like invest in a decent razor. Take your time. Use sensitive shaving foam. She says, well, she buys a tiny little bic and just freaking rips it off.
I don't know how you do that.
In the quickest speed possible. But every single time I do that, I get the worst rash and it's so uncomfortable. And
I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about though, isn't it? Like getting shaving rashes. Yeah. Especially like bikini. Like if you go on holiday for a week.
Yeah, it's terrible.
If you shave, then I don't know.
And then put your bikini on.
Yeah, it gets irritated, doesn't it? Yeah. Because it's like open skin.
Yeah.
But I used to suffer really bad from it. But I have now done laser hair removal.
Yeah.
For the last year.
When she's persuading me.
Absolutely changed my life. And I don't have to worry about it. It wasn't too expensive. It is the most painful thing that I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
But again, it's worth it. It's like for such a short amount of time. Like armpits and bikini line's fine, but I get full bikini done. So you can imagine the sensitive areas are a little bit sore.
Yeah.
But it was fine to start off with, and then they basically increase the heat every time you go. So it just gets a little bit more painful every time.
Yeah.
But that's it now. So I've completed my treatment. So then I just have to go like once every 6 months or once a year. And that's it. So highly recommend that if you want to invest in it a little bit more. I've never really waxed. I waxed once, I think. It wasn't for me.
I lived by waxing, honestly.
I'm a shaver.
The one thing about waxing as well is
you've obviously got to let it grow out, right?
You have to grow it. Yeah. It has to grow to a point where it can be waxed, which again is not for everyone.
No.
So that's shaving.
Yeah.
The last one was, is it normal to still be a virgin at 23? Which I obviously won't discuss who asked that question. my answer to that would be, like, what is normal?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it depends on what your lifestyle's been like what your upbringing's been, what your friends
Sexual
are doing.
orientation, like, relationship with yourself, relationship with other people.
I guess the main thing to say is it's normal if you haven't been ready to have sex, then it's absolutely normal to not have it. I know people that are that age and older that haven't, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think, like, and this is a question about sex, but it could be a question about anything in life, is like, there is no normal. Yeah. And like, who the fuck would want to be normal anyway? What is normal? So I think it's everybody's in different stages of their life. Everybody goes through life at different paces, with different experiences, with different exposures, non-exposures, relationships. And I feel like it's whatever you are comfortable and confident in doing.
Yeah, I love that. I agree.
Behaving.
The worst things to do is, I guess, to rush into things that you're not ready for.
Yeah, completely agree.
Just because you feel like you should be.
Yeah.
Again, not just with sex, with everything, isn't it? It's
absolutely. Cool.
I like that question.
Yeah, me too. Thank you for asking it.
Yeah.
The person who asked it. Right. Let's move away from downstairs, I think.
Ah, okay.
They've got to have done them in a random order.
Okay.
So a couple of other ones. Question I get asked personally a lot: what curly hair products do I use? If you just let me do my other eyebrow, I will go get them and show you. But basically, I have got a curly shampoo and conditioner, and that's by the company called Big Sexy Hair. So they have a curly sexy hair shampoo and conditioner. I only actually shampoo my hair maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, which sounds disgusting, but it helps with your curls. So shampoo once every 2 or 3 weeks, and then in between I use a co-wash by a brand called As I Am, or Asiam. Yeah, As I Am. And basically it's just in a big pot, and it's like conditioner. And if I'm going on holiday or whatever and I don't have it, I would just condition my hair rather than shampoo it every time. So I just put it on. I do rub it on my scalp just to cleanse it a little bit, and then just pull it through my hair. And then I use a mousse, a curl custard, and I've got a curl cream as well. And both the mousse and the curl custard, I'll grab them in a sec, by a company called Aunt Jackie's.
If you've seen the video where Jay turns me into her, she used all of her curly products on me then, and my hair looks like Jay's. Like, I have naturally so curly, sort of curly-ish. You probably saw it at the start of this video, but I straighten my hair all the time, so it never goes as curly. But oh my god, these curly products! My hair was like so curly. It was so cool. I'm just gonna grab my drink quick.
Here's me custard and me mousse. But what I will do is, if I'm doing my hair to actually go out somewhere, which I am doing today, I will use a diffuser as well. I've got a Dyson hairdryer with a diffuser on it, but any diffuser is really, really good to diffuse it. So yeah, that's my curly products. I also think, though, they're probably quite personal. Like, what I would do is I'd try out different products for yourself, just to see if there are different products that work best with you. So that was that question. What time are we on? Bloody hell, it's 55.
I know, that's why I was like...
Right, 2 more questions. One of them is actually 3. One of them is, do you ever think you've missed out on a job opportunity because you're a girl?
Me personally, no. I don't think.
Yeah, I think I've been really fortunate that every company that I've worked for has got quite stringent procedures in place to make sure that they have equal opportunities, and the recruitment process is very fair and equal. But I think a lot of companies now are moving in that direction.
Yeah, definitely.
But I know of other people probably where it's been more difficult.
Yeah, I think it's quite industry specific as well. Like, I think some industries that affects more than others, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. My advice would be, though, if you feel like that was the case in a specific job or scenario, then definitely bring it up and tell someone and give that feedback, because people really, really care about that in companies.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. The last 2 questions are then both about body image, relating to social media and relating to people you're surrounded by. So someone says, do you feel pressured into looking a certain way or size due to social media? And somebody else said, do you always feel comfortable in your own skin, and do you compare yourselves to each other? Which that was a really good question. So my take on this is, like, yes, it is natural to compare your body to, 1, the way people look on social media, and 2, the person that you spend all day every day with. Like, it is completely normal to do that. I'm not going to lie and say I don't compare my body to other people's bodies. I think the one thing that's really, really helped me over the years is to think about, like, literally acceptance. Got it tattooed on the back of my arm. I am never going to have Sammy's body or a certain body that I see online. Like, it is physically impossible for my genetics to have a thigh gap, or to have a perfect 6-pack, or to, like, have really long legs because I'm fucking 5 foot and I can't change it. And it takes time to accept that. But I think what I've shifted the dial in thinking about is, what is the perfect version of my body that I can have? And it's not Sammy's, and it's not anyone else's. It's like, what does the perfect Joanna look like? How do I want to sculpt myself? Do I want to make my bum a little bit bigger, or do I want to make my quads a little bit leaner, or can I make my tummy a little bit leaner? But rather than looking at how somebody else looks or how someone else is portrayed online, thinking about how I can look better myself has been a massive game changer for me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've always obviously been quite muscly from gymnastics, and it's just because I was so muscly when I was younger. I was muscly as I grew up, and I used to hate that. I used to hate, like, my massive shoulders and all my muscles. But I think, like you said, it's just, you've got to accept yourself. Like, there's, again, like, I'm never going to have a bunda like Jay's, because
but, like,
that, but that's fine. And, like, that, and I think we are literally the complete opposite
body types,
shapes, body types. Like, we couldn't be further apart. And, like, we both obviously are with each other all the time, and we always compliment each other because we both appreciate how hard we both work in the
and
gym.
it's hard as well, like, when you might wear something that I'm like, oh, I like to wear that, and then I put it on and it doesn't look nice. But it's like, you've got to accept that we're just different.
You've got to be different. If everyone looked the same, it would be so boring.
And nobody would want to look like that.
No,
if everybody looked the same, you always want what you can't have.
Everyone always wants what, like, if you get to your perfect body, it won't be perfect. There'll be something else you want to do all the time. So I feel like you've just got to embrace it, love yourself, love all your friends, appreciate all their awesome bodies. The more there is, the more to hug. Exactly.
Right, we've got 17 minutes before we need to be on the train. Packed to go to Turkey tomorrow and ready. So we're going to go now, but thank you so much. It's been really good. If people want more videos like this, just getting ready, just chatting, then let me know in the comments and we can definitely do more. But for now, we're going. We'll see you later. Remember, 20% off all your products. Remember to like, subscribe, keep smashing it. Remember, anything's possible if you just work. Bye.